Now that's a good question.
Hello there. Our next question for this week is actually presented to us from two individuals who asked the very same question. So let's hear a good question from Noelle and Larissa. Both Noelle and Larissa asked the question, are there more stars or cells in the universe? Now, that is a good question. Are there more stars or cells in the universe? Well, to answer that question, let's think about each at their own scale. Space is a big place. And in order to talk about things in space, we have to use exponents. Exponents, if you're not familiar with exponents, well, let me just say that in simple terms, it's the number of zeros that you add to a number. So, for instance, in the universe, astronomers currently estimate that the number of stars that exist in the universe, and obviously we haven't identified all of them yet, but astronomers estimate that the number of stars in the universe is about 10 to the 24th power. What does that mean? Well, draw the number 1 and then add 24 zeros after that. 10 to the 24. That is a big number. It's a number so big we don't even have a name for the number, but it is trillions upon trillions of stars. That's a lot. So if you have a piece of paper or something around and you want to write that out, 1 followed by 24 zeros, that's about how many stars there are in the universe. The universe is big. But now let's look at just the human body, for instance. The human body, we're just one of many different types of living things on the planet. And it's estimated that we have trillions and trillions of cells in our own bodies. But again, we're only one of trillions of organisms that exist on planet Earth. And so biologists have estimated that the number of cells in all living things on Earth is about 10 to the 31st power. What does that mean? Well, draw the number 1 followed by 31 zeros. Again, that is a huge number. So in answer to the question, what is there more of in the universe? Stars or cells? Well, look at the comparison between those two numbers. 10 to the 24th number of stars and 10 to the 31st number of cells, and that's a difference of 10 to the 7th. That is, golly, it's basically 10 million times order of magnitude difference. What does that mean? Well, what it means is, according to current estimates, there are about 10 million times more cells than there are stars. For a moment, if you took all the living things on planet Earth, because that's the only place we know that there are living things that exist, but if you took all of the living things on Earth and you counted up all of the cells, it's about 10 million times more than all of the stars in the universe. I think that's a pretty interesting comparison, and definitely thank you, Noelle and Larissa, for asking that good question. So until next time, think of your own good question and keep asking questions, because that's what makes a good scientist.